you for joining me on today on my day of power. To each and every one of you guys, as you being notified that I am live. Those that do not know, I am Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATR. The ATRs are African traditional sciences by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. On this particular channel, it is geared for melanated people, and I teach real magic. I teach universal laws on this channel because they apply and are applicable to each and every one of you guys. First of all, I want to say salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, to my Oba, to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, and Adjects. What's up there? My Boaz is in the house. Pisces, strong. I want each and every one of you guys to know I'm talking about my Pisces, my Aries, my Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and Libra and Virgo. Thank you to each and every one of you guys. This is my day of power, and once again, I'm here to talk to grown people. What's up, my baby Scorpio? On tonight, it's Jupiter energy as above, so below. We're talking about expansion and wisdom and philosophy, and I want to tail back off of philosophy. And these are parables or stories that are given through every tradition, and we're gonna have some grown folk conversation because magic is real. Magic is eternal. I sent out a clip about spell casting. We got a psychic class that's coming up on Saturday, and because I take magic and I take spirituality very, very, very seriously, and I understand how things can be set in motion by people that don't take out the time to educate themselves or learn up on anybody of in any specific tradition. Um, there's too many magical freelancers out there. You making up your own rules, you going by your own pros and cons, and universal laws regulate the energy, frequency, and vibration. And no matter what your practice is, if you stay in those confinements, you will deal safely with magic. And when I say magic, I don't care if it's left hand path, I don't care if it's right hand path, I don't care if you do both hands. That it's all energy, frequency, and vibration. What a spectrum that you choose to work from or to is your business. That's between you and your ego. I'm here to teach you knowledge, wisdom, understanding because I've been practicing magic a very long time. What's up, my Demetrius, my Gemini in the house? Now, you may not care for my delivery. It doesn't make the message any less true. You may feel that I can be condescending, and I can. It still doesn't take away from the truth. When melanated people realize that you only hurt yourself by trying to find an easy way, it is not my concern about who shows up on these platforms, who watches. My concern is that the information is factual, is truthful, and it is tried and tested and have been proven. So what somebody else says about my teachings do not matter to me because I utilize and abide in my own teachings. I want to talk about something when it comes down to conjure. And this is a principle that I teach. I taught my children. We teach it around our families, and I've been taught this magically. And my subject on tonight is You don't have to kiss nobody's ass if you got your own. There's a lot of people that do not understand the concept of kissing ass. If you are poor, you're going to have to kiss the ass of the rich. Apostle, I'm not an ass kisser. It depends on where you are. Depends on whether you got to kiss somebody's ass. Because when you don't have your own, you kissing ass. Before you ever have a sexual encounter, you already found yourself, a child got to kiss the ass of their parents or their guardian or whoever. Kissing somebody's ass means this. If you had it your way, you would do something different. Because you don't have your own. When you don't have your own and you don't strive to have your own, you're going to find yourself in circumstance and situation having to kiss people's ass. Some of y'all worried about kissing the rain, you're going to kiss the ass, the cheeks. What's up, my Ryan in the house? In the Virgo, it's in the house. What's up, Mama Susan, Gemini? Some of you think you can afford to miss certain education, certain opportunities. You can feel like you can continue to make a three-day journey out of 40 years. Sir, ma'am, do what you want to do in this life. But I hope you got some chapstick. When you don't have your own, you're going to have to kiss somebody's ass or a group of people's ass. Because when you're not trying to learn for yourself, when you're not trying to invest in yourself, and when you need somebody else to help you get something accomplished. False of the Virgo is here with me. I got you. I'm just telling you, the weak gonna kiss the ass of the powerful. I didn't say you wasn't gonna talk shit, but you're gonna have to kiss that, cause you don't have what you need, and you keep giving up opportunity to have your own, and you can't have your own until you faithful over another man's stuff. There's rules and regulations to get your own. The disciple got to kiss the ass of the master. Some of you think that you're going to acquire certain things and you don't have to show homage and respect to people that rule over certain dominion. That's why you go into the cemetery, and this is why you go in the crossroad with no regards or respect for that energy, frequency, and vibration. You don't respect the boundaries that other people have placed in their life spiritually. But when you get dealt with or the consequences come, you call it somebody attacking you. You had to kiss the ass of their protection. What's up, my Natasha Foster? Is anybody else phone black? Can anybody else see me? Because there's always something going on. You can't see me either? Oh, Demetri said, I see you. Okay. Okay, good. So, reboot Mother Susan or go to bed. One of the two. I need y'all to understand this. These are not my rules. These are not my ideas. I have to go by universal laws if I don't want to have to constantly kiss somebody's ass. I don't want to have to be constantly beholden to people. See, when you don't have what you need, naturally or spiritually, then say for instance, you need somebody for transportation. You have to be ready when they say be ready. That means you're kissing somebody's ass to get to point A or point B. When you purchase your classes and you gain your knowledge and you utilize your knowledge for what you have need of, then it should be putting you in position that you have to kiss less ass as possible. When you don't have your own business, you have to kiss the ass of your job. A lot of y'all acting like you mad about this, mad about that. Until you get your own, until you are faithful over another man's, and when you don't learn how to run another man or woman's business, then it's going to be very difficult for you to get your own. Because the same behavior you got over somebody else's stuff, it's the same behavior you're going to have with your own. And you're going to have to work even harder. Because remember, that other person done invested in their own business. So you didn't have to come up with all the leg work. You didn't have to come up with the equipment. They already provided that. See, but when you got your own, see, you can plop down on your mama or daddy couch because they paid for it. But you gonna walk into an empty apartment except they help you. When you ain't got your own shit, I remember my son, he was with this young lady. And I was having a conversation with, my son lives in Georgia. And so he was talking to me. And he said, I was like, what do you have? So he was naming out some stuff. So I asked him about dishes. And he said, oh no, she got dishes. I slammed on brakes in that conversation. I said, son, that's good she got dishes. But you need dishes. Me and Mr. Mario went over there. I went to JCPenney. I bought him all kind of stuff in his house. I said, now this is yours. I've been teaching y'all this all the time. And him and her fell out later down the road. And he was hurt. But I asked him this question. I said, son, look around in your apartment. He said, yes, sir. I said, look in your refrigerator. I said, look in your cabinets. I said, she gone, ain't she? He said, yes, sir. I said, but the good shit remains. I said, ain't you glad you got your own dishes? When she started taking her stuff, you didn't have to sit on the floor. Huh? You can still cook dinner. And this goes for vice versa. This is what I mean by you ain't got to kiss nobody ass. Because she got her parents and you got your parents. And she left some stuff there because the lights were in her name. I said, son, I ain't here to tell you what to do. But I would advise you to get them lights in your name. When she came back, she expected him to be sitting in the dark. But he my child. And I school what I love. Whether they listen or not. I'm trying to teach you something that it's not about possibly trying to get you involved in anything. I'm trying to get you in a place in your life you don't have to kiss nobody's ass to have a place to stay. You don't have to kiss nobody's ass to get back and forth. You got to build to that point. You got to grind to that point. You got to hustle to that point. See, you should be learning how to pray, that your prayers are being answered, your petition being granted, your desire being fulfilled. Whatever you got to go through so you don't have to depend on somebody else. It's prayers, petition. See, I was raised to have my own. And a lot of y'all, what you fail to understand, when you don't live the life never having to financially support a household, you ain't never had your own personal apartment, you ain't never had your own personal house. It's going to be hard for you to transition into that. When you home with your parents, you giving them something on the bills. You giving them something on the grocery. You giving them something on the car. You understand? You ain't fully supporting none of this shit. And let me tell you something, like I told my children, you rather kiss my ass on your mama ass than to have to kiss the world ass. Huh? Because there are some people in this world, they ain't gonna wash their ass when they know you got to kiss their ass. Huh? They're gonna go take a shit first. And then tell you to pucker up. Because when you don't have what you need, you can't say what you won't do. You're not doing Apostle Ely a favor. I'm trying to do you a favor. I'm trying to get you in a place that you ain't got to keep taking shit off of people. So, cause some people, when they know you need them, they give you the natural ass to kiss. When you don't know how to be decent over somebody else's stuff, you're going to have trouble trying to get your own. I don't care if you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic. My thing on this platform, you can't say you ain't going to kiss that white man ass when you don't have your own. When you don't have your own identity, when you don't have your own sovereignty, you have not owned your own shit. Your own image. When you start owning things and God start granting you those things, then you should take care of what God has given you. As the prodigal son, he wanted his inheritance. This is what people come in and go out when they get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You think you can handle life like a chief apostle handled life. You got life fucked up. You don't deal with on daily basis of the pressures, of the challenges. I make this shit look easy because I've been doing it a while. And what is small to me is humongous to some of you. When you're learning up under a master, you're learning how to deal with pressure. You're learning how to still have something left over after paying all the bills. And that's the bills, whether it's in your apartment or your house or your business. Because nobody gives a fuck whether you go under, and they will sit there and cipher off everything you don't work so hard for. So I'm trying to help you. When you don't talk to your children this way, you make them susceptible to the bullshit that is out there. I don't think there's no parent that have sacrificed for their kids to have certain skills and certain tools, that when they see somebody kissing, they see their child kissing somebody's ass, and you got all the cards, they lose it. A spiritual teacher like me loses it when I know I have taught you, I have shown you, I have been an example for you, and you still kissing somebody's ass. Because it don't bother you to kiss ass. So you're not getting into magic to own your own energy, to own your own thoughts or your own perception. You're not trying to advance and evolve yourself till you get to the point that you become an enlightened one yourself. So you always need somebody's insight. Insight should be confirmation. If you're doing your own work, anybody out here paying bills like I'm paying bills, I don't have to say certain things. They already know. Anybody here regulate and govern their own energy, they already know. You need to understand there's a reason that you should not be fucking somebody, and you got responsibility. We got a quota, we got a goal to reach. You, Apostle, you got that big old house. Why don't you let? No, I got bills. I got responsibility to meet. Whether I feel like getting up or not, I got to meet that. If I don't want to have to kiss nobody's ass, I don't want my mother to have the impact she used to have when I was a kid. That means I got to get off my ass and do what I'm supposed to do. I didn't quit my job. I wasn't running from this job to that job. Because I didn't want to put myself in a position that I have to kiss somebody's ass. I put in overtime on UPS truck. Whether I was feeling good or wasn't feeling good. Because I didn't want my children to have to kiss nobody's ass. I still had a prayer life that my kids could go to their mother, but they didn't have to kiss their mama ass either. Their grandma ass either. I gave my children options. You ain't got to kiss their ass. Cause I'm here and I'm more than capable of running this. Do you understand? I give you options on my platform. I give you an option on my website. So you can see where you at in this thing called life. See, there's a difference between somebody lying to you and you don't need them versus somebody lying to you and you have to pretend that you believe them because you need them. I worked my ass off when I got into Ocean. You know why? Because I understood I was a black man in a predominantly Latino space. And if I didn't want to have to kiss people's ass, I needed to accumulate what I needed. When they looked up, I now have 20 Orishas. And I have not been in Ultra long. That's because of my training. That's because people that taught me, they own their shit. My spiritual dad owned his shit. My mom, they own their shit. I used to always have to hear, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. What's up, my Sagittarius from Detroit? When you trying to work real magic, you got to have real conversations. You got to give people real understanding what is at hand. And you need people to understand, when you own something, that means you have something to lose. And you cannot afford to be hooking up, giving your spiritual credit to a bitch that gonna repeat a cycle. They retarded. They are retained. This is their ninth time in second grade. I live out in the boonies because it's animals always in my yard. Are y'all hearing me? I want you to know that there's a thing called humility and humbling up under the tutelage of somebody else. Did I kiss my spiritual dad ass? Yes. But one day I came to play, I didn't have to kiss his ass. See, you got to know whether you with somebody because you got respect for them and honor for them. Let me explain something to y'all. You cannot like how your parents handle you, and you can put up with what's going on, but waiting for the day to disrespect and dishonor them, and to turn around and give your parents your ass to kiss. That means you ain't have no respect for them. Because now that I got my own, it doesn't make me disrespect my mother or father. It don't make me dishonor my family, my bloodline, my spiritual father, or my padrino, or my mom, my madrina, or my oba. See, getting your own is not a sign or opportunity for you to show your ass. That's a good way of not keeping what you own. Instead of you honoring and thanking God for them allowing you to learn to have your own, that you will have the blessings on your of what you got on your own. See, you got to know how to navigate. Don't just learn a spell, bitch. Learn a formula. Don't just learn a ritual, learn the science. You so busy trying to get a ritual, a spell, that you done missed the whole concept of conjuring. And now you out there showing your ass and you ain't got enough to cover your ass. Now you got to go around and kiss other people's ass to help you. And most people ain't even got the money. So you know you gonna have to get up in them cheeks and cause when you don't do what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, you got to kiss other people's ass, whether it's spiritual or natural. I look at some of these people and I say, I'm like, you too old to be doing that. Cause if you keep that up, you gonna have to kiss the government ass, the Salvation Army ass, anybody ass that giving something away free. And beggars cannot be choosing, sir and ma'am. I don't care how melanated you are. Either you're gonna work hard to be the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath, or you're gonna be around here kissing ass. The Bible says that the borrower is the slave of the lender. So that means if you got to borrow what you need, you got to kiss somebody's ass. And you are at their discretion. So I don't know how you don't think this relates to you. Because there are different levels of ass kissing. You're hearing it from the chief. I don't have no reason. See, I didn't mind kissing my mama ass. I didn't mind kissing my grandma ass. That's my family. That's why I teach my kids there. You better get what you need while I'm here. This is a cold world outside of me. Because while you out here fucking around, you ain't got the time you think you got. Because I got shit to do. Some of y'all think people gonna keep on dealing with your crazy shit. When I talked about that message earlier, cause let me tell you something. When you depending on other people and they pull their resources, now the asses that you didn't want to kiss and the asses that you think you didn't need, now you got to kiss their ass. And when people know that that person is no longer there, or that person you and them fell out, oh they really lifted their leg up, and that don't even mean they're gonna help you. Don't put yourself in a situation that you're not learning and getting what you need to get, while it can be gotten. I didn't sit there and say, well, that's my padrino for life. Anything can happen. And it's hard as a melanated man to be out here getting authentic cauldrons and orishas, and they actually work and they're doing what they're supposed to do. Because they fuck over black people like they eating peanuts. So because I knew my circumstance and I knew my situation, I proceeded and I executed one after the other. One after the other. That when I looked up, I had accumulated that many. When I looked up in Palo, I accumulated that many cauldrons. But I don't have to kiss nobody's ass. I don't have to kiss nobody's ass about my website. I don't have to kiss nobody. Matter of fact, let me say it like this. I'm not trying to be crude, because Minister Mario left me in a situation that I don't have to kiss nobody's ass about his body. I work well with others, but people, if they care about you, they'll leave you in a position that you ain't got to kiss nobody's ass to do what need to be done. That's a blessing, y'all. A lot of y'all leaving your children and your spiritual children that they got to be out here kissing people's ass. I don't want no tribal member of mine or a member of mine, my spiritual daughter or son or grandbabies. I don't want you in a position that you got to kiss nobody's ass unless you being sexual, and that's for your pleasure. Why I teach like I teach? Why I endeavor like I do? How I bring people to knowledge. I drop gems so you don't have to kiss somebody's ass. I guide you in a position so your economics will be good, so you don't have to kiss somebody's ass. You deal if you want to deal. You support when you want to support. But you ain't doing that because you got to kiss nobody's ass. When you got your own place and you and your family get into it, you can take your ass back home. But if you ain't got your own and you up on a day roof, you got to hear them when the argument is over. Y'all don't stop talking. But you on the their roof, and so their voice, how you gonna tell them stop talking? They in their house. That's the power of having your own. When I tell y'all about egg on sticks, it's a whole lot of people got egg on sticks and they don't have no power. I'm giving my tribe, my members, an opportunity to have an authentic egg on stick. You still don't have to be initiated, but that egg on stick is still gonna work because it's gonna be tied to your ancestor. Because you don't have certain magical tools, you got to kiss the ass of somebody else's conjure, somebody else's prayer, somebody else's incantation, somebody else's intention. I can go into somebody else's area and be cordial, but I don't have to kiss not one of their spirits' ass. Do you hear me? When I go be with my padrino, I not only I don't have to kiss his ass, I don't have to kiss Oba ass, and especially them niggas in my Ely. Not nan one of them. I own my shit. In Palo community, I own my shit. I don't have kids. That was Shadow Wolf told me. She said Apostle Ely, Mario crown Oshosi and you crown Oya, y'all won't need nobody. That's why I get mad with the members of my church, with y'all ignorant ass. You don't know how whole footed we would have been if everybody would have supported. If everybody did what they see, some of y'all that don't own shit. I'm not against renting, so don't misconstrue me. But when you don't own shit, you don't know what it takes to hold the shit you own, and therefore a lot of times you can't relate to what somebody's saying or why certain things are important. He was financially stable. He was supported. He was consistent. But your monkey ass ain't. See, you only consistent until you get what you want. Minister Mario, son of a chosen, consistent when he get what he want and when he ain't get what he want. Because he on the team. See, you say you tribal when it's beneficial. But when you are a tribe, when the tribe is under attack, where your monkey ass? Where is your monkey ass at? In the wind. But cause I own this, I got to stand my goddamn ground. And that's whether I'm winning or I'm losing. See, some of y'all want to stand your ground only when you winning. When the odds are in your favor. But when the odds ain't in your favor, you still got to guide that ship. You still got to fly that plane. You still got to drive that bus. When you got people with a mentality that they pay something on it, and they got a rental mentality, they always talking about, oh, I don't have to worry about that. I don't own this. So they don't care how they treat your stuff because they don't own it. They'll tear up your stuff because they don't own it. Not understanding that what they own any shit of themselves, that energy follow their children's children. Because somebody got to pay for that toll. You better be careful with a man that got rental mentality. You better be careful with a woman that got rental mentality. They don't care what they're doing yourself because they don't own it. They don't see how that benefits them. You're just like Daniel in the movie Karate Kid. You don't see the necessity. You think somebody using you. You think waxing the floor. You asked me to teach you karate. Karate is discipline. You didn't ask me for a karate outfit. I done showed you my judo shit. If you are serious about your life as an air sign, as a fire sign, as an earth sign, as a water sign, then you should be trying to get your shit. I don't care what's going on in this country. You should be in a better position of power and naturally. That however things go, you're going to be all right. I've never seen so many people claim that they are serious about life. And shit happening all around them. If you feel like giving up now, and these ain't real tests. When you have a test, people think that you fight till you get what you ask for it. No, you got to fight to not only get it, you got to fight to keep it. In nature, that wolf can hunt that gazelle down. But if he don't watch it, that hyena will take that shit right out of his mouth. And you still go to bed hungry. You did all that work and did not guard and protect what you own, and somebody else got it and go on about their business. Some people will watch you work hard for your stuff, for opportunity to take your stuff. You better hear me on today. It's a great responsibility. It's understanding now that you got that. Not everybody wants you to use your egg on stick. You sacrificed for it. You did what you had to do. You bought the product. You sat in the class. You learned what you need to learn. Now everybody wants you to work your energy. That's how it goes. And you got to be smart enough. Oh, she just want me to kiss her ass. You the one don't have what you need. You gonna either kiss my ass or you gonna kiss somebody's ass. Cause you still ain't got what you need at the end of the day. So don't try to make me feel bad. Cause these cheeks is the one that you want to move for you. But you don't want to kiss my ass, but you just got to kissing Tyrone ass and he ain't got a job nowhere. You sitting there kissing somebody ass and got a bit of knowledge to lead you out of a wet paper bag that's already busted at the bottom. Don't let your stubbornness get you in a position that you got to kiss people's ass you would rather not kiss their ass. Don't let your procrastination, don't let your likes or dislike put you in position that you out there kissing people's ass you don't even like. Life got a funny way of working. Energy got a funny way of working. It follows path of least resistance. You're not accumulating for a Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I went to Lauderdale and got what we need. That's my responsibility because I don't want to have to kiss nobody's ass. I pay for what I need to keep me out of position talking shit and can back it up. If that's the lifestyle that you want to be in, you ain't got to do it like I do it. But you most certainly, sir and ma'am, have to be in a position that you got what you have need of. And let me say this again, because I done said this over and over and over. Me and Mother Susan talking about this. Mother Susan is 70 years old. And she got her own house. She don't have to kiss nobody's ass. She can show her ass on her property. If some of y'all in relationship and you got to kiss people's ass because you need shelter. Somewhere in the thick of this, you need to ask yourself a question. Is it worth it maintaining my behavior that keep me in a position got to kiss people's ass that I particularly don't even like? When a holiday come around, I don't have to go over my family because I don't have. I don't even my family. I don't want to be in a position love them, but I don't want to be in a position to have to kiss nobody's ass. I did enough that when I was younger because I didn't have what I needed, and that's what I'm hopefully being an example for you to strive and make the necessary sacrifices while you're young and to put yourself in a position. If your kids don't decide to come by and look out for you, you in a position. you ain't got to kiss their ass. You're not at the mercy of people, places, and things. And that's the best thing that you can do for your entity, your sovereignty, your goddess, your God, whatever that is that you can proclaim. But these teachings that I'm sharing is trying to help you go somewhere. I do not subscribe to ass kissing because I'm too lazy to get up my ass and do and get what I need. Huh? And if I tell you don't come on my property, that's what the fuck I mean. And I'm talking about naturally or spiritually. Because I pay the cost to be the boss over here. And I'll set this bitch on fire first before I let you take it. I'm a fire sign. I hope this help you. I hope that some of y'all take your spirituality far greater, far more serious than you do. I hope you understand that you only have a season and a time. Just like Gemini's season is coming to an end, and then Cancer's season is starting. You only have a certain period of time to get your shit together. As for me and my house, we only kiss ass for sexual purposes. And that's why I get up at 52 and go out there. I love what Demetrius said. You the hardest working man in Conjure. Because I don't intend to be out here kissing people ass in these spiritual streets. I'm not going to profess to be a chief apostle and I'm out here kissing the deacon's ass. Because I don't want to go to work. And I need the deacon's tithe and offering for me to be able to take care of myself. I don't look for those positions in life. I don't care what I'm doing. I put myself in a position of power, security, and stability. With my health, I put myself in position. I retire so I can take care of my health. And I got the money coming in at the end of this month. So I can secure my bag, so therefore I can secure my health. So I don't have to kiss nobody's ass because I'm in a health situation. Because I'm going to tell you this. You don't want to get down. And you ain't got to die to get down. In any area of your life. And have to literally kiss people's ass just to give you your medicine. Just to take you to the bathroom. Because they tired of taking you back and forth. You better thank God. If you ain't got to kiss nobody's ass to get you up out of bed, to get you to the store, the little things in life that don't matter now, gonna matter when you down. Because nobody rises high all the time. The wind shifts. And when that shift comes, you better be in a position. You got people out there waiting for to open their ass up for you to kiss their ass. They can't wait till you make another mistake. They can't wait till your daddy die. They can't wait till your mama die. They can't wait till your husband die or your wife die. Because they know where your backbone is. And you around here pussyfooting around and playing and ain't getting what you need. You better get what you need before they ascend. You better get what you need before they ascend. Because there's some people already felt you thought you was all of that because of your mama, because of your daddy, because of this or that. You don't know how real it gets. Until you find yourself in a situation or in a place. There's some more commotion going on. I thank you for the night. I look for class will be Saturday evening, and I want you to know my intention is for you to be in a place that you don't have to kiss nobody's ass. I teach what I teach, and I make everybody be aware you are responsible once I have taught you. I haven't told Demetrius what to do with his echo stick. He's on his live. I don't micromanage. I do not micromanage. You grown. You's a grown man. You ought to be able to utilize that ache, that energy, what creates a better reality for you. I ain't here to run your life. I got my own life to run. I'm here to drop this and that for you so you can be in control of your own life. Because I'm going to do what I got to do to be in control of mine. All right? God bless.